to everybody rocking with us today. Been an awesome Monday here in the Midwest. 4 days before Thanksgiving and 5 days before Black Friday. If you're joining us for the first time, we talk some Alabama football. Alabama had been humbled in Oklahoma. That was awful. They have been eliminated from the college playoff. We'll go ahead and lay that out on the Wednesday show. Then we talk some Ole Miss. Ole Miss, it goes up in smoke down in the swamp. Wow. I didn't see that going, and I can't make a case for Lane Kiffin and company getting into that college playoff, being that fourth team from the SEC. And then we talk some Indiana football. Indiana got smoked by Ohio State, but they still made it competitive, and they were not trying to play for the Big Ten championship, but they're trying to play chess and get into the college playoff. So credit to them. Then we talked about BYU. BYU, it's all imploding in the Big 12. And you've got 4 teams with the same record tied for first in the Big 12. And how it's going to come down to the final week where these guys can get it together. Who knows what you'll see. We go from that to the classic last night between Auburn and Texas A&M. Now, from our projections, Texas A&M, they have been eliminated from the SEC championship game. The SEC championship game we are projecting here at App Stupid, that will be between the Texas Longhorns and the Georgia Bulldogs. That being said, wow, there were no losers in last night's game and 4 overtimes in a classic that happened down in Auburn. We'll get back into this when we come back from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Dun, 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 dun. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live with another rap album we're promoting. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, Missionary, dropping next month. Yes, next month. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites that they already released is Gorgeous. That song is crazy. We've only done this for one other album, which is LL Cool J, and we were right. We're going to be right again, so make sure you go get this where you legally consume music. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, Missionary, drops next month. And shout out to Snoop and Dre, still getting it in. When we go back and we look at this game, if you want to drill down the numbers, I personally, Mike Elko's defense, it has a reputation. But the fact that Hugh Freeze and that Auburn offense were able to generate 301 passing yards, wow, that just got me. I was like, what? Peyton Thorne, he's a good quarterback. He's decent, but he ain't like that. Come on, man. Come on. You all know we went ahead and detailed everything that's going on with him. And tip your hat to Auburn and the game plan that they were able to come up with, because both of those clubs posted 168 to 167 yards. So yeah, that's how deep the run game went. But I think a stat that just had my mind kind of flipped off its lid was Texas A&M held on to the ball for 36 minutes. Wow. Again, this thing went into 4 overtimes. So the fact that it came on late anyway, and it was the late night game, I'm sitting there and my phone is going off on my nightstand like bzz, bzz, bzz. And my wife is looking at me like, who the hell is that? And I was just like, college football? It's college football? But yeah, it was, man. And I mean, when I watched Alabama get humbled, I was like, I can't sit through another one, because that's what you want. If I'm not a fan of your conference and I'm not really following your team, I'm not a homer, at least let me watch a good game. Let me watch a good game. And this had all of it. This had all of the ups, the downs, the thrills. I mean, the interceptions both ways. It just had you on the edge of your seat. It had you on the edge of your seat from the time it got going to the time it was over. In the first quarter, you got Jarez Hunter. He's got that 2-yard run, and now it's 7-0 Auburn. And they came out and, I mean, pounced on Texas A&M. And you didn't know what Elko and them. I mean, it just seemed like they had them reeling. Because then Cam Coleman, he's got a 63-yard pass from Peyton Thorne. Now this thing is 14-0, and they are going crazy in Auburn. Give me another rap album, and then we'll keep going. This is Big Vern. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you with another rap album. Freddie Gibbs, You Only Die Once. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorite on the track so far is Cosmo Freestyle, Wolverine crazy, yo. Rabbit Island, It's Your Anniversary, that's all crazy too. Yeah, Walk It Off, and On the Set. Freddie Gibbs, You Only Die Once. In stores now. Yeah, shout out to Freddie Gibbs, Gary, Indiana's own. Indiana stand up. But when we go ahead and we look at this game now in the first quarter, I'm talking about Auburn pouncing all over Texas A&M. Second quarter, now Cam Coleman, he's got another 15-yard pass from Peyton Thorne. This thing is now 21-0. And Elko and the boys, they're reeling, they're trying to find their footing, and they start moving the ball around. And then Terry Busey, he's getting that 1-yard run to get to halftime. It is 7-21. Now, if you're Hugh Freeze and company, you want to go ahead and keep that enthusiasm. You want to go ahead and stay engaged. You want to, like I said, if you got them down, keep them down. You know, hey, look, we're up. We're up by 2 scores. Let's run the ball down their throat. Let's kill some clock. If you're Elko and the boys coming out of the half, you're just like, hey, look, it can't get any worse than this. It could, but we don't want it to, you know? And then right out of the half, now you have Noah Thomas. He's got that 14-yard pass from Marcel Reed. Now this thing is 14-21, just like that. Now the Aggies have hope. Now, you all know us. Here we were saying that, and I didn't give Auburn a chance to win this game when I saw it on the schedule. I said the SEC championship team, I had Georgia in that SEC championship game. The dance partner was going to come down to Texas or Texas A&M. And they have to go to Texas to play the Longhorns. And I was just like, oh, okay, they have to have this Auburn game. They're going to lose the Auburn. Well, when they lost to Auburn, now I'm sitting here saying if Texas gets past Texas A&M, it will be Texas and Georgia in our projected SEC championship game. But I digress. So, again, if you're Hugh Freeze and the boys, again, all the momentum now has went from the Auburn Tiger side to the Texas A&M Aggie side. Now, A&M is threatening. And then Noah Thomas, he gets a 73-yard pass from Marcel Reed. This thing is 21-21. All within the third quarter, it was like Auburn started to lose it, and they didn't know how to counter. They didn't know how to come back. Then you have Peyton Thorne. He's got to calm the crazy. He's got to quiet everybody. He's got to move the ball downfield, which he does. Jarquez Hunter, he gets that 1-yard run. Now, this thing is 28-21 going into the fourth quarter. It is still a very tight game. Give me a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Studio promoting another rap album. Young Roddy and Jamal, The Company You Keep. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is Flu Game, Members Only, If You Know, You Know, and We Them Ones. Young Roddy and Jamal, in stores now. The Company You Keep. Yeah, shout out to Young Roddy, Jet Life. It's your boy Big Vern. So when we last left off, we were talking about the Auburn Tigers. They were able to find their footing after the Aggies had tied this thing up going into the fourth quarter. It's now 28-21. And then Marcel takes the boys downfield. They can't cash that check. You have Randy Bond. He comes in for that 32-yard field goal. Now it's 24-26. And the good people down in Auburn, they're starting to get a little antsy. Things are starting to go a little crazy. Amari Daniels, after the 3 and out, and Freeze kicks it deep. Amari Daniels and Marcel hook up for the 8-yard. He takes him all the way downfield, and then Amari Daniels, he has that 8-yard run, and out of nowhere, A&M is up 31-28. Wow. You talk about grit. They could have dialed it in when they were down 2 scores. What a difference a game makes. Over 4 quarters, these dudes had to stay locked in. And then, again, Auburn is panicking. Peyton Thorne, he moves them into field goal position. Ian Vanchorn, he kicks that 29-yarder with 5 seconds left, and he ties the game up at 31. We are in overtime, ladies and gentlemen. We are in overtime. Then you have Marcel Reed. He throws a 12-yard touchdown to Jade Walker. Now this thing is 38-31 in overtime. Auburn, they get a look at it. They get to go. And you have Peyton moves the guys closer to the goal line, where Jaquez Hunter, he gets a 2-yard run. This thing is 38-38. And we're in the second overtime. This is crazy. So Auburn gets the ball first. They can't cash the check with the touchdown. However, you got Ian Vanchorn. He's got the 41-yard field goal. Now Auburn is up 41-38. You're thinking that Marcel can get the boys into the end zone. He can't cash that check as well. Randy Bond is able to go ahead and boot it in from 42 yards out. We are in the third overtime. I'm serious. This thing had so much. You were at some point on the edge of your seat, like, oh my God, this is, oh no, we gotta. That third overtime, everybody played to a 0-0 draw, and it just pretty much came down to attrition. Because once you got to 4 overtimes, everybody was hurt. Everybody was sore. And then Auburn was able to go ahead and get that second, and it's over. 43-41 in Auburn in a game that took 4 overtimes, and that was amazing. That was amazing. Again, I am not a fan of Auburn, not because, like I said, I hate them or anything like that. I'm just not into the SEC like that. But when you play games like that, none of us are losers. Everybody's a winner. And I just had to stand up and start clapping in the middle of the night. My wife is looking at me like, it couldn't have been college football on your phone. It really was. It really was. Dun, 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 dun. Well, that's the show. Thank you all for joining us. We had a great time. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe button and share the content. This is Big Vern, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.